Welcome back to Longhorn Extra. What a weekend for the Texas women, dancing in the Sweet 16. Coach Aston joining us now. Coach, before we get to the highlights, how you feeling right now?
I feel pretty good.
Tired?
You know what? You're never tired. You're never tired when you're going to the Sweet 16.
And you said it beats the alternative, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely. I would rather be sitting here talking to you, talking about our team any day.
All right, let's get to the Cal game. What a game for Texas. 5-seed Texas against 4-seed Cal. For the first time in NCAA championship competition, Imani Miggy-Stafford, was she finding her stride, Coach?
She absolutely is.
Fourth consecutive double-double. What'd you see from her?
I've seen the look that she had in this particular two-game series. I've seen that look now for a few weeks. I saw this coming. I was very confident in how she would play because of the way she's practicing right now.
Let's take a look at her shot chart. And she was 7 of 10 in the paint.
That's
where was she operating? Yeah, where is she operating? Obviously pretty close to the hoop.
She's operating around the rim, which is something that we have repeatedly tried to get her to really focus on, which is, you know, if you can just get to the backboard, get around the rim, use your hook shot.
Yeah.
I don't think anybody can stop her, and she's starting to really buy into that and force her will on people.
You could feel it. All right, second half, Empress Davenport gets a steal, huge play.
All of the plays that our guards made in the second half, turning them over, I think they had 8 consecutive or 8 in a short span of time, were just our guards making plays. And then you see right there, Kelsey Lane gets a point-blank shot. You know, Ariel made some big plays early in the second half.
Drew the charge earlier, then gets that.
She did. Our guards made some really great plays that were aggressive and things that we had talked about in preparation for the game.
12-0 run, 7 Cal turnovers. Brooke McCarty
right
off the bench with 16.
Brooke was terrific, and that play right there I thought was one of the bigger plays of the game. We set a play up. Really, we were trying to roll Imani and Kelsey up and down, and Brooke saw some light.
That was Brittany Boyd, a top WNBA prospect.
No question.
Too.
No question.
Brady Sanders to Kelsey Lane. Kelsey was awesome off the bench. Great ball movement. Worked up to McCarty, who hits the shot. Texas wins it 73-70. And look at the.
I think we had a little dance party.
Look at the celebration. I absolutely love it. How was that celebration in the locker room there, Coach?
Yeah, it was fun. It was fun. I think they were surprised. I think they thought we were going to come in and have a
like a serious
conversation, and the staff came in dancing, and Sean did his thing, so the kids had a good time with it.
What is Sean's thing? Is it?
Oh, I think he and the players have a thing, I think, when the coaches aren't around, so we started a little dance-off, and he finished it for us.
All right, you had that 12-0 run against Cal to start the second half. What adjustments did you make to ignite that?
You know, we didn't make any adjustments. I think a lot of people thought we made some halftime adjustments, but what we did was try to really just reinforce that you're playing really well. We gave up some threes, but I think that was sort of the game plan. Obviously, that we didn't game plan to give up 11.
Right.
But we did want to pack the paint. I mean, we had a game plan to try to guard the paint and defend penetration, and in particular defend their All-American post players. So. We bought into it, and so really the adjustment was just keep doing what you're doing. And I thought we really made some plays with our hands early in the second half and got some run-outs and got some plays that made our confidence high.
You did that. You also packed the paint. 46-18, you outscored Cal in the paint. We saw what Imani was able to do. How important is it for your success to make sure that you focus on getting inside?
Well, it's really important, and the thing that we have to be careful of, and it happens sometimes, it actually happened a little bit in the first half, which is we focus on our inside game because we have capabilities of scoring in there, but yeah, we have to find balance, and I think that's where our team was better in these two games, was our guards looked for shots. They hunted shots, they were aggressive, especially in this game, and it opened up actually our post play because our guards really got the ball off the top of their head and did some things for themselves.
You said hunted shots. Is that the verb you use as a coach to
Absolutely.
Tell them? You go hunt it?
Yeah, we hunted shots. They did,
they
did a better job.
Yeah.
At times our guards tend to just put it up over their head and say, okay, we have to throw it inside, and I thought we had a balanced attack.
All right, let's get to Imani because the post player just continues to ball. We saw what she's done, 2 double-doubles so far in the tournament. Outside of those numbers, which are obviously impressive, what does she do that really helps the team?
Well, she's an anchor, in particular defensively. So I think what Imani has grown into is the capabilities of not fouling. She did get a few fouls, but she's learning how to keep herself out of foul trouble, which is huge for her. I think the other thing is that she is a presence in there right now. I mean, she actually wants the ball. She's doing her work early. She's doing things that we can either get the ball into her and get her simple shots, or in the Western Kentucky game, we actually had to play off of her because they were double and tripling her. But whatever it is, if we throw it in there, she's making so much better decisions than she did last year. Last year, it was an iffy part about whether it was going to be a turnover or not, and that's really where I think she's made the most improvement is her passing ability.
All right, let's get to Kelsey, too, because it allowed Kelsey to come off the bench. She had 14 and 6 against Cal. How does her presence off the bench help this team?
Well, it was hard to make the move to bring Kelsey off the bench because she had been starting and really been really solid for us all year, but you just couldn't quite deny the moves that Imani made in the Big 12 tournament.
Right.
I thought she was really playing well and actually thought it might give Kelsey a little bit different of a look for herself, just to come off the bench, have some time to process the game, and I think that it was good for her. Take a little pressure off of her, actually. So. And then the other thing is we made some moves in our starting lineup in general, moved both the freshmen out of the lineup, and ironically enough, they all played better off the bench.
Yeah.
So you just never know sometimes. Sometimes people just need to take a deep breath. But we went with our experienced players in the NCAAs, and I thought it was helpful that they kind of had been there and done that, and they knew what to do.
Let's get to Brooke McCarty because she had 16 off the bench. Must be nice. You got like 2 or 3 Vinnie Johnsons pretty much coming off, just filling it up. But what is the strategy to not starting her? How does that help?
Well, the strategy was looking from the Big 12 tournament. I thought, obviously, Brooke has had great minutes all year long and been a solid point guard for us, but in the Big 12 tournament, she struggled. And she admitted last night in the press conference that she was nervous, and it was her first tournament action, first postseason action, and Selena played really well. And then we went into practice the week after the Big 12 tournament, and I thought, okay, I probably need to make some moves in the lineup, but I'm going to watch practice for a week. And practice really is what created the lineup. I thought Imani had an unbelievable week of practice, and Selena carried that forward, and Brooke kind of still had a little hangover from Big 12 action. So I went with that group, and it may have helped Brooke, to take some pressure and let her again process the game. These are young players, they're freshmen and sophomores, so maybe just take a little heat off of them and let them come in and just take on a different role.
Hey, it's paid off. You've made all the right moves. This is the team's first Sweet 16 appearance since the 2003-2004 season. What is the most important thing for this team to do if you want to advance to the Elite Eight?
Well, I think obviously we don't know who we play yet. I think everybody is assuming that it's going to be UConn, but they have to play tonight, so we'll see what happens, and there's a reason why you play the game. So we'll use this week. Today they need to get their legs back. We got in early this morning, and they're students, so they had to go to class today. So I'm sure they're probably at this point sleeping. But we'll get their legs back under them and start preparation for whoever it is that we play. But I think the biggest thing is that we wanted to make another step this year. Obviously, the Final Four is the goal here at Texas, but making strides was really important to the older kids, just to reinforce what we finished the year like last year. And I think we hit the lull when Nneka got hurt, Nakia got hurt. But I think the regrouping and them being able to do this really builds a lot of confidence for the future of our program.
Coach, you're a TV pro, because guess what we have next? That's called a tease. We have your opponent coming next on Longhorn Extra. You go get some sleep. You got in at 5:30.
I am going to take a nap.
Thank you so much, Coach. Appreciate it.
Thank you.